So we're gonna make chicken, boneless, skinless chicken thighs. We got these from Sam's Club. It's $1.79 per pound, which is a good price. And I got 5.5 pounds, 5.75 pounds. So it's a lot of chicken. So I'm gonna split this up into two different things. I just wanna make more of like a, chicken breast with rosemary, garlic. I have some green onions that I grew. I just pretty much bought the green onions, and when you get to the bottom, I cut it and I just planted it in the front of my garden, front of my house, and they grew. I was surprised that it was that easy to grow. So, but maybe like 4 cloves of garlic. Get your salt, and then you want to run your knife through it a little bit more, and then we're going to just drag our knife back and forth, and the abrasion of that salt will help crush this garlic, and we'll get like a nice, kind of like a paste. So our garlic is very pasty now, which is good. Get a rosemary. I use it all the time. I use it in my rosemary steakhouse jerky. That's really good. If you like drinking beer, it's more of a salty jerky because the rub or the seasoning, all my other jerkies I put pretty much salt on after. But with the rosemary steakhouse, I use like a thicker salt. It's a kosher salt, but they're bigger chunks. When I mix it, it's not like fine granulated salt. So we get this a good chop. And when you do rosemary, I've already washed it, but you'll see some like bigger stems. There's so much rosemary that I could just grab a whole whatever's in the area and throw it out. It's fine. Sorry. Probably like a teaspoon of fresh rosemary. Pepper. I love pepper, so. I mean, that's probably like 2 teaspoons of pepper. I'm just gonna cut up these green onions. So I just had them. I was walking through, out in front of my house, and I saw them, and I said, you know what? I'll use these. I want these to be a little more minced for some of them. They can really get on the chicken. Then I'll have bigger pieces that are just kind of like, just give it flavor. Alright, so we have that. And we're going to mix in some olive oil. I have this organic, no salt seasoning from Kirkland's. I'm going to throw a whole bunch of that in here. I just want to coat it. I'm just going to get some olive oil, maybe a cup, 3/4 of a cup. I might add like a teaspoon of this salt, and then on this seasoning, then a little bit of salt, regular salt. And we add some salt to the garlic, but that's more just to make it into a paste. Looks good. So you can see, that looks pretty good. I'm not gonna eat the whole piece, but oh man, that's good. I could just drink that, really. We'll let these marinate for a day too. So. Just gonna seal this up and give it a good rub. I feel like I have to take this chicken out for dinner. Alright, so I have these 4 chicken thighs, and I have one more here. And then I just have these Brussels sprouts and mixed them with some olive oil and some Old Bay seasoning, and just tossed them in that, and then I just throw them up on here. We have our air fryer on 380 for around 18 minutes. Alright, I put it in for an extra 5 minutes, and I switched the racks around, so I put the bottom rack on top, and I already took the other Brussels sprouts off this one, but that looks good, a lot better. Alright, let me put these Brussels sprouts in the bowl with some of our utility sauce with lemon and garlic. And I'm going to put some grated Parmesan cheese in there and mix it, and then I'll add a little bit of olive oil to that too. Alright, we have the Brussels sprouts here, we have a utility sauce, and I added lemon and garlic to this and put it in the refrigerator again for another like 4 or 5 hours. Alright, so I put that utility sauce and I put some grated Parmesan cheese, and now I'm just going to add a little bit of olive oil on top and mix it in. It just needs a little, maybe 4 tablespoons of olive oil. It's good. And just mix it in, fold it. Alright, so we have this here, and we're just going to plate it with the chicken. Makes it a lot. It's probably too much for her. It's perfect. And we'll have a side salad. That looks pretty good.